So, if you guys would, which you haven't been, besides Dr. A, leave me a comment. It's not that hard. I mean, I know you guys comment on everybody else's videos. Leave me a comment. What quality, what do you have that makes you, I don't know, I don't really know how to like address this in a way. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, because apparently everybody gets their feelings hurt. What do you bring to the table that separates you, and what makes you qualified to do this? I just like his approach. He ruffles a lot of feathers possibly, but people are soft nowadays, so everybody has hurt feelings over everything. But I always try my best to provide good customer service, whether the person's tipping or not. It's just, if I chose to take that delivery, I have a choice. It comes up, I can pick and choose it. If I don't want to take it, I don't take it. If a person's not tipping, but I choose to take it, that's on me. Yo, what up YouTube? Dex Dasher. Another video from the front seat of my car, sitting in line here at Taco Bell, just coming on here at 11 o'clock. Couldn't pass it up even though there's a little bit of a line. It's like 6 something for 1.9 miles. Anyways, just wanted to continue the conversation from the last video about what does it take to be successful at this gig work. Real quick, I want to touch on something else. Not a whole lot of videos I watch on YouTube, but one of them I like to watch just because he kind of just says it the way it is, and the way it needs to be said is Roy will be Roy. I didn't see the video in which he was referring to, but something about someone was talking about customers. I mean, this is a customer service industry, so you're gonna get a little bit of everything out here. But I think he made a couple pretty good points, and one of them that really kind of stuck with me, and it kind of seems like it's an epidemic now with everybody having a voice, with all the social media and access to say whatever you want, is if you don't want to take a delivery, you just don't take it. If the person's not tipping or whatever, I mean, whatever the case may be. But I don't know, I just like his approach. He ruffles a lot of feathers possibly, but people are soft nowadays, so everybody has hurt feelings over everything. But I always try my best to provide good customer service, whether the person's tipping or not. It's just, if I chose to take that delivery, I have a choice. It comes up, I can pick and choose it. If I don't want to take it, I don't take it. If a person's not tipping, but I choose to take it, that's on me. Just my opinion. But anyways, back to what I was initially stating was, what does it take? And one of the words that always kind of I feel like someone has to have is a little bit of grit, right? You got to have a little bit of thick skin if you're gonna do this kind of job. I mean, you definitely have to have a hustler's mentality. You can't be searching, flipping through YouTube or whatever and trying to find a get quick scheme, get quick rich scheme, or whatever the bullshit that lazy people do nowadays. I mean, there's if you're trying to figure out how to make 20, 30, 5,000, it doesn't matter, whatever it is, and you're trying to make it overnight because you don't want to actually put in the effort to actually acquire anything. Anyways, a house built on sand has no foundation, and if you don't have the fundamentals of what it takes to be successful, not saying that you can't do it, you just have to educate yourself, get a good work ethic. And if work ethic, like anything else, is built. You're not just born with one, you acquire one through work. Imagine that, right? I know that's kind of a bad word nowadays. People like to get paid for doing nothing, or bitch and complain when they don't get paid for doing a little bit of something, and they think they should get more. I wasn't raised like that. I mean, I guess I was kind of raised, if you don't work, you don't eat. You know, I remember going to my grandparents' house when I was a kid, and you know, the food just wasn't there. I mean, they had plenty of money and plenty of food, but you do work and then you eat. That's just how it works when you grow up on a farm. Shit needs to be done. And if they don't get done, you don't. It's just one of those things. And nowadays, people think that they can just get without doing. You know, they want to cut and paste, or they want to, you know, and this gig economy, there's a lot of things to choose from, but you have to do something. You have to provide a service. You have to be an integral part of society if you're going to receive anything. So I don't know, it's just some things that I'm thinking about when I'm doing this, because you know, there's a lot of people out there, and they're complaining because they're not getting what they think that they deserve, so they're giving up, or you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, you get out of stuff what you put into it. The lighting in here absolutely sucks. I'm sitting in this Taco Bell, which is actually one of my favorite, but probably one of the best ran Taco Bells I've ever seen. The staff is great. I like working with them. They're always super friendly, greet me, ask me how I'm doing, make sure that, you know, hey, you want something to drink, or, you know, whatever. The guy always asks, you know, how's it going? You guys busy? You know, and he's like, right when he gives me my food, he always looks at me, he's like, hey man, make sure you drive safe. And I don't know, I just think that it's just those little things that just kind of separates him. He's not, I don't know, he's a manager here. He runs a really tight ship. Seems like everybody likes working with him, working for him, and so on and so forth. But I pulled in, I saw there was a huge line, but it's never long. It never takes long to get through here, so. Anyways, one thing I did want to say was not too many people comment on my videos, but Dr. A from Gig IQ always, you know, always puts out a pretty good comment on my videos. But I thought it was cool that he found a way to relate what his, you know, his day job, his 9 to 5, or whatever you want to call it, his W-2 job, however you want to, you know, differentiate between this job and that. But he related what I was saying, like the crossover, right? So people have a tendency of doing what they're familiar with. Not too many people like to step out of the box. So if you're a hustler by nature, which I mean, like, you're gonna hit the grind when it's time to do such, and you know when to like back off if you have to, or you know how to use critical thinking skills to make a good decision on the fly. But he found a good way of, you know, mixing the two. Like, he's like, oh, I didn't know there was so many similarities. And there's a lot of similarities to a person that knows how to hustle, or make any situation what they want it to be. And with him being a scientist, there's a lot of variables and a lot of fluctuation. I'm not a scientist, but I have read a book or two. And I just know there's a lot of testing involved. A lot of trial and error, and a lot of you know, a lot more mistakes, and a lot more, not mistakes, but I mean a lot more things that go into it that they just don't work. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't call it a mistake, so I guess I apologize for that. But you know, you gotta try something, and if it works, then you keep expanding that until it doesn't work. And the idea is to, you know, you gotta test it from all different angles, and that's what you gotta do with this job. You know, and when I approached this from the beginning, you know, I didn't know the area. I didn't know, like, really too much about how to go about doing it. So I just kind of broke it down into pieces. And I was like, okay, I'm going to kind of work over in this area and see where it takes me. And then I'm going to try this time of day and then that time of day. And I literally just kind of collected the data, and then I just kind of put the pieces together. There was no roadmap. No, there was nobody that came over and, like, rode along with me and said, oh, okay, we'll go here and do this and select that one and select that. I mean, it was kind of hit and miss and trial and error, and then I just wrote it all down. And then after a couple weeks, I pretty much had it figured out about how I was going to run it. And you know, I watched a couple videos at the beginning of, you know, people that supposedly, you know, knew what the hell they were talking about, since they had all these subscribers. but all I was ever hearing is like $1 for, per mile or whatever. And I was thinking, okay, well, it's $1 per mile, but I'm sitting in line for 30 minutes. So how does that apply? So I just kind of thought, well, how much money per hour? As in, like, okay, well, if it's $6 and it's gonna take me 20 minutes, well, that's $18 an hour if I can get 3 of them consecutively. So I don't know. It was just like my approach, but that's kind of like what I want to see other people do. It looks like I got another request here. Let's see what this thing says. Well, I'm right here at the Taco Bell. I wants to add another $5 for 5 miles. I'm gonna go on 1.8. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Yeah. Don't really feel like doing that. Even though I'm sitting right here, there's only a couple more. I mean, that's gonna actually end up probably going in the wrong direction or the other direction. But that's just what I have on the plate for this week. I'm only working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I'm only gonna work a couple hours per day. I'm probably gonna do 11 to 3 tonight, maybe 11 to 3 tomorrow, and then I'm probably gonna knock out a long day on Friday because we're actually heading to Siesta Key and Anna Maria Island this weekend because she's off. So if you guys would, which you haven't been, besides Dr. A, leave me a comment. It's not that hard. I mean, I know you guys comment on everybody else's videos. Leave me a comment. What quality, what do you have that makes you, I don't know, I don't really know how to like address this in a way. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because apparently everybody gets their feelings hurt. What do you bring to the table that separates you, and what makes you qualified to do this well? And I'm not saying like, you have to be anything. I'm just saying, what do you think that you have that makes you good at doing this? Because I feel like in every situation you have to be kind of like, here, let me give you an example. Everybody has a right to go to college, right? But in my opinion, because I have been in college for many years doing many different things, not everybody's cut out for it. Newsflash, just because you have a right to do something doesn't mean that you should do it. I'm probably going to catch some flack for that too, but that's okay. I can't tell you how many times I've been in classes and it was like by the 3rd week, half the class was gone. They all dropped out. Just because you can sign up for a class and you have the right to do such and the ability to do such doesn't mean that you're actually capable of, like, you don't have the mental capacity or the ability to do the work. Just like this. Not everybody can do this job. I mean, to be honest with you, sitting in a car, running around, but like then at the same time having the critical thinking skills of like kind of put the pieces together. Or you could just, just do it and not really be successful at doing it. But just comment in the comment section, type in there, I have this and I have that separates me from everybody else. I'm good at doing this. I'm good at doing that. And what I want to do is I want to kind of like address each one of those issues. I mean, I just want to see what other people think. I know I'm not the only one thinking this. I don't know. Chew on that for a little bit. I'm going to pick up this order and we will continue this conversation.